Hello everyone, we are in the North Korea of Europe. That's what it used to be known as. We are in Albania, specifically the capital city, Tirana. I'm currently heading to one of the thousands of bunkers that were constructed by Hoxha in the 1970s when the Cold War was happening and he was very paranoid about nuclear attacks. So the place I'm taking you to is called Bunk Art 1. There's Bunk Art 2, which is in the center, but this one is on the outskirts of the city, maybe a 20-minute ride by bus, and it only costs 40 lek. It's estimated that there are between 150 to 750,000 of these bunkers. Now, some are very small. I found one just randomly in a park. I will show you now. But this one is the largest because this was for the government. This was 5 levels underground. There was a massive apartment that the president to live in, or Hoxha would live in. There's over 100 rooms. There's like a double-story parliament inside where the country could still be run if a nuclear attack had happened. So this bunker was also built in total secrecy. It wasn't until the fall of communism that it was discovered that this huge bunker had been built on the outskirts of Tirana. There's over 3,000 meters square of tunnels and rooms in here. Here is the entrance to the bunker, and it's built into the side of Dachi mountain. So this tunnel here, it goes 100 meters into the mountain before we will get into the bunker itself. Albania also had the most bunkers per square kilometer in the entire world. They were obsessed, or Hoxha was obsessed with making these bunkers to protect himself and his country. So we've come through the tunnel into like the entrance of it. So we've got like an abandoned looking building here, and that's the other side. They've even got traffic lights because it's like a one-way tunnel, and then the entrance where you can buy the tickets. So here's the ticket list for the museum. So a normal ticket, 900 lek or 9 euros. So here in Albania you can pay in euros in a lot of places, and it's about 1 for 1. But like it works out better if you exchange the money. And this Bunk Art, it closes 2 hours earlier because it's on the outskirts and the public transport finishes at about 5:30, 6 o'clock I think. But the one in the center of Tirana, it's till 6:30. And if you want to go to both, you can get a slightly cheaper ticket. I've walked about 5 minutes from where we bought the tickets. I wasn't able to record around that area because near the ticket booth, it's like an army base or something to do with the army, and they politely asked me not to film on the outside, but on the inside I can. So that's the main thing. Built into the side of a mountain. Here we go, Bunk Art 1. I can hear, so there's sound effects or video playing, just solid concrete. Oh, Vietjet. Oh wow, look at this solid concrete door. Pull on here. Oh, I can move it a bit. Oh wow. And then mind your head. Okay, here's the decontamination room. So if you go outside in the nuclear fallout, you come here, have a shower. Look at the rusty shower. Have a shower here, wash off all the nuclear material, wash your hands here. So here's our first corridor, and we're on level 5. Enver Hoxha's room. So this is the supreme commander of the armed forces. Always in the communistic countries, they have these names like North Korea, supreme leader, Iran, like the everything. Wow. Here we go. So we've got his desk. He'd answer the phones. Look at that. This phone has been personally used by dictator Enver Hoxha in 1972, and you can listen to his voice. Hello? Nothing. Okay, so here we've got some chairs where he'd sit and smoke, I'm sure. I wonder if this is like the flag for Albania from back then. Wow, comfy chair. And his bed, where the action would happen. And then we have
Very sad.
water heater with kerosene. Oh my god, this is such a sad bathroom. Why does it need to be so big? So this is the Supreme Commander of Albania's apartment in the bunker. Now, I think he was only here once. It wasn't because of a nuclear fallout or anything. When it was being built, they wanted him to test it and see. So it's hardly ever been used. Let's see what else is here in these bunkers. There's quite a lot of material here, but it's all in Albanian. Usually you kind of expect there to be like a translation in English or at least one of the other languages, but not at the moment. But at the ticket office you can get audio guides which would tell you more information. I think it was for €6. Here is one of the few photos that exist where Enver Hoxha visited this bunker, 24th of June 1978, inauguration day. Wow, this corridor's so much longer. So now we're on level 4, I guess. We've just gone down a flight of stairs. So there now is some English translations with some information down here. So this shows some photos of what Tirana used to look like in the past when it was getting developed. Here it's talking about like Albania under fascist Italy. Here are the infamous gas masks that were used by the Germans, and this was captured by the Albanians. So during the war, Germany took over control of Albania from Italy, and it sounds like the Albanians preferred that a lot. The Germans got rid of the constitution that the Italians had implemented in 1939, and then also which made it that any country that is at war with Italy, Albania is at war with as well. So a lot of intellectuals in Albania collaborated with the Germans because life was a lot better under the Germans, apparently. And now we're coming into Mehmet Shehu's room. So he was the Prime Minister of Albania. So it's very wooden. It's quite antique and like a nice feel. I like this a lot more than the Hoxha's room. Oh, a nice little TV. His desk with, I don't know, I wonder, is that him? It'd be pretty weird to have a photo of yourself behind your desk. Maybe it's someone else that's important. And his bed. So it's a very similar design and layout to Hoxha's room, but I like it with the wood here. I'm gonna have a fit from these lights. Let's see. Oh wow. Oh my god, that scared me. It's like fake snow, but it's definitely gonna make people seem like they're having a seizure. Wow, so I guess maybe it'd be like the fence of a jail. So this is meant to be the border area. So this is a border gate. And then the lights to probably disorientate people that are gonna try and cross the border. And the fake snow to show like what it's like in winter, because we've got the mountains with some snow. And the jacket that people would put over to like cross the fence. So Albania was one of the countries during the Cold War period that had chemical weapons. So they had mustard gas. I don't believe they ever used it. Here, they had like a button that you could press to simulate a chemical attack with mustard gas. You press the red button and then steam, obviously not mustard gas, would come out. But unfortunately, please don't press the button. Installation doesn't work. So, such a shame. But that would be cool to see what it looks like. Wow, the horse even has a mask. So, as it shows from building so many bunkers, Hoxha was so paranoid about a chemical attack. He even tried to create gas masks like what the Germans used, and create so many of them that each person in the country, each citizen, would have access to one in case an attack happened. Now, this is a propaganda room, and if you've watched a previous video, I went to Mahatma Gandhi's house in Mumbai, and we've even got a quote from him. "You can chain me, you can torture me, you can even destroy this body, but you will never imprison my mind." So here we're in a room dedicated to the program of like bunkerization, so creating all the bunkers I mentioned earlier. So there was originally a plan to build 221,000 bunkers in an 8-year period from 1975 to 1983. However, only 173,000 were built, and whilst making them, many people died in the construction of these. So there's some really small ones like here, but then obviously this huge one we are in now. And through here we have the 2-story assembly hall. Now I don't know, maybe it had these chairs, but I can't imagine they did. It looks kind of just like a little school concert hall. And then people could sit up in the back. I was imagining something different, like more bunker-like. And these wouldn't have been here. I think these are just installations for Bunk Art. So in here we've got a socialist home. So there were many similar homes like this that the people would rent from the government if they couldn't afford to buy their own. So a little living room, a TV if they could afford one would be here. And then we've got a little kitchen and table. Now I don't know what's through here, we can't get in there, work in progress. I guess it's a bed, like a bedroom in there. It's not going to be much bigger, or maybe it's the bathroom. Maybe it's the bathroom, and then they would just sleep on the floor here. But apparently all the houses are pretty much designed the same. All the socialist houses were designed like this. Quite big, especially when it's probably going to have been cheap to rent from the government. And here is the communist convenience store where you'd just be able to buy the basic necessities. So this is the door which was blocked in the socialist home. So I don't know, this might have been like a bedroom in the house, or I guess, so I don't know where the bathroom would have been. So anyway, here you could buy some bread, of course. We've got eggs, fruits, vegetables, maybe pickles or something like that, but not much you can buy here. Okay, and here is our final level, level 1. We are as deep as we can get in this bunker. So level 1 doesn't really have anything in it, it's just like the exit. So we've walked down there, but I don't know where we're going to come out because we've gone down 5 levels, but at the moment there's no stairs to go back up. So we must, okay, what the hell? We've come out on the ground floor of a different level. So it must have been, so we walked uphill here. So we walked up here, and I guess because it's the mountain, you start up high and then you come out here, which is 5 levels down from where it started, but because of the mountain, you're still on the same road. I hope you enjoyed the video to Albania's largest bunker. I will see you at the next stop. Bye for now. Bring, 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 bring. Hello? Hello, Mr. Hoxha. Yes, I am the new Supreme Commander of Albania. You don't need to come here. This is now my office. See you at the next stop.